Hello, learners. Hopefully, you are having a good day. This is Dr. Abul Rashid from SNHU, and we are going to discuss some common APA related issues that I have observed in my last 10 years of teaching at SNHU. So mostly for the graduate business management courses that I taught, which is operation management and MBA operation management and technology courses, where students submitted their writings, and I was able to collect these issues. So in APA style, this is very important for all of us to consider, because when we write papers for publishing or for any kind of review, we have to make sure that we are following proper APA style, American Psychological Associations. The current edition is seventh editions. So sometime those who are in the writing industry for more than few decades, they sometime mix up different editions. So some edition that might be accurate in previous style, or some styles that might be appropriate depending on the editions, and with the upgraded or latest edition, those are might not be appropriate. So we have to keep our eyes on those. So today let's look at some of the issues that I have observed in students' paper. So, for example, when we look at the first page heading for example, APA 6th edition, it used to call running head, with the word running head and then the page title. However, right now, the words running head no longer needed, and as a result, we can just put the heading of the page. And heading of the page, sometimes some students put it on center aligned, but we have to understand that it has to be aligned to the left. So I have a link over here. If you click on it, it will take you to the APA style page heading. This is for the title page. However, if you look down below, this is where the running head come. So running head right now, based on APA style or edition 7, the word running head no longer needed. However, you can still put the title of the paper, and as you can see, is left aligned along with the page number. So this is very important. So this is the paper title, page title, and we look at the authors and then the affiliations of the authors, or university names or any other organizations that the paper is being published. So this is very good, important information to know. And then if we go back to our announcement, and we can look at the missing APA style headings. So missing APA style headings, sometimes some students, they do good writing, however, they do not provide APA style headings. So for example, if you can take a look at this student sample paper, we look at the level 1 heading. As you can see, it's bold and it's center aligned, and then level 2 heading, which is bold. So this is very important to provide the headings and subheadings, so which helps the readers to understand what's going on in the paper, and then also following the paper more smoothly. So level 1 heading should be centered. Level 1 headings needs to be bold. Level 2 headings do not need to be italic. Sometimes I have also observed students, they put italic for the level 2 heading, but that's not needed for level 2 heading. And then no need for a colon after level 2 heading. And then some students also put colon after the level 2 heading. We don't need that based on the APA style 7 edition. And then no need to use numbering for headings and subheadings. So as we can see, there are no numbers needed. We don't need to add 1, 2, or ABC in these headings and subheadings because that's not required. And then a colon is not needed after references heading. So as you can see, we can go back, jump into the last page of this paper, sample paper, and as you can see, we can see the references heading, and there are no need for a colon, and it's a center aligned. Please remember that I have seen some student continuously putting colon on the references heading. And then single line spacing needed for each reference, our double spacing needed between two references. So this is also another area where you can see there are spacing between the lines and between each of the references and proper. So don't put more than needed spacing between each references and the lines of the same reference. And then reference should be listed in alphabetic order. So as you can see in these reference pages, we have A, B, C, all the authors, and then the source, all the authors are being alphabetically listed here, not randomly. And then hanging in indents are not correctly done for references. Sometimes I see students just don't care about the hanging indents. So you have to make sure the hanging indents is 1.27 centimeter or half inch from your references heading. This is the area what we say hanging indent. So hanging indents, make sure this is appropriately done. And then no need to apply numbering on the references listed. Similarly, just the heading and subheading, no need for 1, 2, 3 or ABC in the APA style references pages. And then missing retrieve date or DOI information from references. So sometimes we see some references, the source is DOI. You need to include those information there. And then sometimes some web page or website which consistently changes. For those type of information, we have to include a retrieve date. So a retrieve date usually tells that sometimes some information were there, now it might not be there. So the date is important for those web page where it changes continuously. And as you can see, the hyperlink I have over here, and if we go web page and try to find retrieve right over here, we should be able to see that references pages retrieve needed right here. For example, web page on a website with a retrieval date that has to be mentioned. So over here, retrieve January 9, for example, from census gov statistics being retrieved there. So we can go back again to our announcement on APA style, and we can see also that preposition should be lowercase in publisher's name. So sometimes I see some learners, they put capitalize on the publishers all information. So here is an example. Make sure the prepositions, for example, over here is of, University of Chicago Press, of should be lowercase, but others should be uppercase. And then also we see the publisher names reference should be in italic. So for example, over here, the publisher name should be in italic, not just the other text. And then missing a page or paragraph number for a direct code. This is very common where I see some learners, they don't put the page number, or they forgot to put page number. So make sure you always put your page number. An example of APA style page number should be here, and author name, year of publication, and P, just only single page. If it is only single page, you put P and dot and page number, and close the parenthesis. But there are some other specific related to if you are quoting or referencing from multiple pages, and there are for multiple pages you put PP and separate the page range with an N dash. Here is an example. And if pages are discontinuous, use a comma between the page numbers. So for example, you have page 67 and page 72 over here. So next, watch for widows and orphans situation in your writing. Sometimes some learners find it very new for them to understand what is widows and orphans. So if you have a page starts with a word or half of a sentence from the previous page, that falls under the orphan or widow situation. So Microsoft has a way to control, Microsoft Word has a way to control widow and orphan lines. So if I can show you, for example, here is an example, we can take a look. And let's say this is a test. So we want to make sure we are sharing the correct window, so we can go back and let's say share the Word document. So share. So for example, this is a Microsoft Word. So if I highlight, this is a test sentence here, and then right click on it, and then the paragraph comes over. And in the paragraph, so for example, over here, we can take a look at it. In the paragraph, you see under the line and page breaks, there is an option, it's called widow/orphan control. So if you click on this option, then your paper automatically will make sure there are multiple lines on the new page, or no sentence goes into the next page or left something in the previous page as violating widow or orphan control. So that's a good information to know. And then let's go back to our, you can see that uh, an example of that. And then we can also look at it contraction. Oftentimes I have also seen learners use contractions, so you have to be careful how you use contraction. APA style do not encourage formal writing like a research paper or paper that you submit for your final paper to use contraction. Now you can use in your discussion forums or any kind of communication emails, but not published or research paper or final paper. So just try to avoid a contraction altogether. And here are some more reference I have mentioned about the contraction. And when to use first person in writing, that is also sometime we have seen that students often use I, we. So there are some more additional information I have based on APA style. There are some cases when you are mentioning about your team, your group member, or your project to use pronouns as I, we, and the other cases you try to avoid. So over here, like for example, the no first person meet from APA org, you can review that further to understand a little bit more about I, we related information. And then finally, direct quotes over 40 words needs to be placed in a freestanding block of type written lines and remove quotation marks from there. So APA style also provide that kind of example where direct quote over 40 needs. Now, you still have to put the references like the author and then the page number, year of publications, all those informations in there. That needs to be done. So that, in short, our API style related issues that I have observed during my last 10 years of teaching at SNHU. And I hope this video is beneficial to you. And if you have any questions or comment, please reach out to me directly via our class discussion boards or shoot me an email. Hopefully, you are enjoying your courses, and I wish you best in this course and happy writing and have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.